Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Today our topic is about politics. Less than, a few weeks ago, or almost 2 weeks, something like that, there's a new government in Israel. And this new government is supposedly made to demolish the era of Netanyahu. Me, I spoke many times against Netanyahu. I believe he's a very corrupt man. It's time for him to go. So I'm glad for this man to go anyway. But I find that this government is the most devilish, stupid government ever. It's like, a bunch of enemies. They gather around a dish of hummus, and this is the only dish they can eat it from, and they agree that the only way for us to get this dish is to join and make a team. So if we look at this team, we find that there is people who claim to be the right wings of Israel, and this is the one supposedly he is going to take the government for the first 2 years, this person. So he is the right wing. And then we have others who use, all of them actually, they used to be in the team or the band of Netanyahu, which means they betray him. All of them, they betray Netanyahu. And that's why in politics, politics is evil. Everyone work in politics. I never saw one who work in politics, but politics is decent. Those are the assistants, the right hand of Netanyahu. They stab him in the back. However, I think Netanyahu, he would do the same if he got the opportunity. So all of those, they used to work with Netanyahu, and some of them, they are right wings, and some of them, they are the left wings. And the left wings is extremely left wings. It's like more worse than the liberals in USA. You know the thing, Joe Biden, But what is funny here, that even they accepted an Islamic party, which is this guy, who is from the Muslim Brotherhood. Imagine Muslim Brotherhood in the government of Israel. And that's what makes this government devilish. Hamas is Muslim Brotherhood. Erdogan is Muslim Brotherhood. They are the one who seek destruction of Israel. But Muslim Brotherhood inside Israel, they join the government of Israel. But how that work? This organization, they are devilish. They don't care really they say something, they do the opposite. Like Erdogan. Erdogan, he kept talking he's against Israel. But last year, he had more than $7 billion trade with Israel, and most of it selling them steel so they can make their missiles and their weapon from it. The same Erdogan who keeps saying Israel is unjust, Israel is bad, Israel, we will not stop silent, etc. And then he do nothing, He is the one who is selling Israel all the steel they need. All. They don't even import from any other country steel, except from Turkey. All the steel they need coming from Turkey, and all the bombs they throw at Hamas is made by the steel of Turkey. And now we see the same happening. Hamas prove again that those people, they don't have religion. They go for war just to make money. Hamas launched the war in the last 11 days just to get donation because they are out of money. And now donation is coming hundreds of millions of dollars, if not billions. And that will make them live for the coming few years with this money. And then when this money is over, they will make another attack, and then donation will come, blah, 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 the same story, but nothing accomplished and nothing will change. Like if you ask yourself, Hamas did attack, Israel. Did that make Israel weaker? Actually, no, the opposite. Because now the Israeli notice that their doom system is not really enough to protect them due to the close distance of Hamas to them. So now they are going to, and even America promised them, they will increase their effort to make it perfect doom, which means not a single missile will go through their system, but is going to be destroyed. That the system of Israel is made to protect them from missiles coming from far distance, but this is the one is coming just like a few miles away, which means it's extremely hard to take it down because it just came up and it's going to come down right away. And actually, even most of the missiles Hamas sent fail in the top of their head, not in the top of the Israeli. And that makes it even more hard to trace because they are not really high-tech missiles. They are, it's like a balloon. But this government here, this is what my topic today about, is very devilish to the point they agree. And all of them, they are enemy for each other. The left wings and the right wings. Middle right, extreme right, left, extreme left. And then even Islamists, they join in order to make a government. Now, how this government is going to function? You know, I predict that this government can live maximum of 2 years. And this is what will happen. This guy now is going to take over the government for the first 2 years. And when I say this guy, I'm talking about the right wing. This person. He is going to take over the government for the coming 2 years. And when the 2 years is over, they will withdraw from the government. This is, I think this is maximum will happen. I don't think even they can even live for 2 years. The first problem happened with Hamas. You will see them differ. And now this guy, because now he is in the government of Israel, the Muslim Brotherhood, he is going to leak a lot of information to Hamas. Imagine you have one of Hamas members in the government of Israel. And for sure they will make him a minister. And that means he will be able to join their meeting and he will hear everything. And the only way for them to do their business then is not to share with him, or let us say a security meeting is going to be done when he is not there. I mean, what kind of a funny, stupid government this government is, that you have one of you believe he is one of your enemies. And all of this, they say he is a good person because when a synagogue was attacked, he went and he stood in the synagogue. He says, we support the synagogue. I mean, we know the game. This is just politics, mean nothing. But in reality, if you ask him, do he seek the destruction of Israel? He will say yes. So this government is not going to live long. This government is going to be one of the most funny one. But I think this government will accomplish something very important. The Israeli, they will notice that all those they have them as leaders, they are a bunch of liars, the same as Muhammad. They are no different. They are willing to partner with the devil in order to seek position, not in order to save the country. They don't care for the country. None of those people care for the country. And you know, the funny is, they keep saying that Netanyahu is a war warrior. When Netanyahu, he avoided the war actually. Netanyahu, he would go, Hamas attacked him. He did not take ground attack. He did not do it. But this guy, you know, about, I think, 2 weeks ago, he said, right after he became the prime minister, he said, if Hamas attack us, we will do ground attack. If Lebanon attack us, we will do ground attack. So this guy, he will be very aggressive, and he will be way better as a leader for Israel when it's come to countering terrorists. I believe Netanyahu is really a potato. He's a coward. He's like Trump. You know, Trump is tall, big, etc. But he is a person who, you know, he's not a warrior. He is just an I don't want to use the word coward, but he don't fit really to be a leader in the time of war. The Iranian attacked his base, and he did not respond. All of this just because you want to win the election, you know, and this is what make you politician, not a leader. So Trump, you know, he was so stupid when he decided not to respond, because actually if he respond, nothing can stop him to be the president in the coming 4 years. But because he is a potato, he want to seek to be a president in whatever the price is. Even if the Iranian attack our base, and he hide like a rabbit as if he heard nothing. So this guy, obviously he is not like Netanyahu. From the words, I don't know about the action, we will see. He said it clearly that if Hamas attack, and we will do ground attack if necessary. You know, he said the same for Hezbollah. If Hezbollah in Lebanon attack, we will do ground attack if necessary. So I think he can do better than Netanyahu, but the government itself is not a government. So I think this government is going to collapse. Not this person who is a leader for the new government will collapse, but the cocktail of this government is weak, is stupid, and it's like the opposition. All of them, they are opposition to each other, even not only to Netanyahu. I mean, not even one of those there in the screen, he agreed with the other one. So how they can form a government, you tell me. So This is will be temporarily. Their hatred against Netanyahu united them, but as soon Netanyahu leave, their hatred will not solve their problems. And this is my prediction for what will happen to this government, and I hope I'm wrong. We will see. Thank you for listening, and I wish you a great time. And if you are from Israel, you know, Israeli people, I mean, come on. Don't you see that there is something wrong? How in the world even you agree with this? This is the most stupid action a nation can do to their country. Islamic party which support terrorism, a Muslim Brotherhood, is a ministers in your government now? Is that really how Israel is going to end? What does that mean? I mean, how you can solve this issue? So this is obviously devilish, stupid. Their hatred unite them against Netanyahu, and the same hatred unite them is the same thing will divide them. You know, hatred never unite. It might unite temporarily, but hatred is a self-destruction, let us say, tool. Will not live long, will not survive long, and all those people are a bunch of hypocrites. They are hunting opportunity. They are not seeking, you know, a victory for their nation. They are just seeking a job and a position. And those who seek positions, they will get the position, but they will demolish very fast, and nobody will remember them. Thank you very much for being here. May the Lord bless you, and until we see you soon again, Christ is our Lord, and we pray for the Israeli to know the truth, and the truth will set them free. Thank you, and God bless you. Take care.